Why, hello there, friends and the family and everything in between. We have another round of Modern for you. It's Dylan from Alternate Universes. On the left, we have Dan Atkins playing 4-color rhinos, and on the right, we have Connor Todd playing Dredge, aka, I think it's like 5-color Dredge now. It's fully foil, though, and it looks super pretty. This is round 3 of our modern RCQ that we hosted on Saturday, February 25th. I'll figure out the date eventually. Oh, it was the 25th. Go me. I finally remembered how dates work. You watch the other 2 videos that we posted so far about the RCQ. I didn't know what date it was. I was there. I streamed the whole thing. I just didn't remember it. I knew it was last Saturday. Anyways, not the point. The point is, both of these players are 2-0. This is round 3. They are battling it out against 68 other competitors. That's right. This was a 69-player event. Very nice. Where the top 2 finalists will get an invite to the regional championship. I think in Anaheim is where the next one is. Or, how does it work? Can you just cash it in for whichever one you want to? I've never made it that far to actually know, you know? There's a cathartic reunion here. Discarding a Stinkweed Imp and a Dark Blast. Going to attempt to draw 3 cards. This is an additional cost to casting the spell. So theoretically, Dan could cast an Endurance here to shuffle back the graveyard. Alright, dredging 5. Replacement effect for drawing. Dredging 3. Draws a card. Did not find another dredger. Does find a Narcomoeba, which will allow him to return those prized amalgams that we just saw to the battlefield at the end of the turn. Put a good amount of dredge in my life. Also put a decent bit of 4-color rhinos. Dan, traditionally a legacy player at our shop, has decided just to start playing Modern. In fact, he showed up for Modern with this deck that Monday before this event, and then came up on the, or showed up for the event, and then is currently in round 3, 2-0. It's pretty good. Now I say 4-color rhinos. This is technically 5-color, as you can make black in the deck. The only reason you really seem to play it is for leyline binding, for the domain effect. Just extra removal stuff. Dan, not being a Chad, not playing 80 cards, though there are people who have been playing 80 cards on Mitgo without Yorion, which I applaud you. I mean, I'm still playing 70 card 4-color, so. There's a Shardless Agent here. Gonna get a Cascade trigger.
Yeah, Cascade.
Provides a Crashing Footfalls. Yep. Folks, what happened to Living End? Yep. I was just thinking about this the other day. The last big major Modern event I played in was in Baltimore. For the team event, and I played against a lot of Living End, and I don't see Living End very often anymore. Did the deck just like become obscure? Is it not good anymore? Did something get printed that makes it bad? Is it just like all of the extra graveyard hate that people have because of the breach decks? Talk to me in the comments if you know why Living End seems to have fallen off, or is Living End not fallen off and my view of the world is just skewed? All of which is possible. It can be skewed like this camera angle that is bothering me even now. Someone had bumped into the table at one point, and you have a little lamp that sits underneath the camera, and the lamp, I think, bumped into the camera, and I had to fix it, and I didn't get to fix it until, I think, after this round. So, for this round, I'm going to be sad. I think Creeping Chill getting milled here, or dredged, and then when Creeping Chill is sent from the deck to the graveyard, what it does, it was Otherworldly Gaze. Anyways, when it was sent from the deck to the graveyard, you can exile it, and then you gain 3 life, your opponent loses 3 life. Or each opponent loses 3 life. Very importantly, does not target your opponent. Does get around Leyline of Sanctity. Not that people are really playing Leyline of Sanctity right now. People are playing Leyline of the Void, but I don't think any other ones.
Combat. Okay.
Attacking in for 7 points of damage here. Dan will go to 6 if he takes it. We know how Connor has a Dark Blast in hand, so if Dan puts a Rhino in front of one of the prized amalgams, Connor can Dark Blast it to make sure the Rhino dies.
Not block. Okay, so you take 7?
I'll take 7.
Have you gone to 6?
Yes.
Dan, strangely, does not take in the block here. I feel like
Take 3.
it's pretty opportunistic to block the 6 points of damage. Because the amalgams enter tapped anyways. I don't know, it might be wrong, but I think I would have blocked there. You throw the rhinos in front. If one of them gets dark blasted, Connor can't cast Axe of Agonis from the graveyard, which is the only way the amalgams come back. Or probably come back.
Take one more, going to 16.
And even if, you know, you double block and the Ox comes out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I don't know.
Yep.
Okay, Ox going to discard the hand here. When you draw 3 cards, which will, instead of drawing, be dredged. The other like dangerous part about taking 7 points of damage down to 6 is that Connor still has 3 copies of Creeping Shell in the deck.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
He did just dredge 15 cards and missed it, however. So a little unlucky here for Connor.
Last of the turn. We'll set by getting the last prize amalgam in my graveyard back. You can go.
I feel like it's been a while since we've had Dredge on camera. Oh, this reinforces a land for turn.
Yep.
Combat.
Yep.
Attack for 4.
Attacks in with 1 rhino, coming in for 4 damage.
12.
Gotta take it down to 12. Passes the turn. I imagine Dan has a Violent Outburst in hand. You can see a Dredge 4 from the Golgari Thug.
Combat. 5, 11,
It's very pretty.
4, so 15.
Violent Outburst.
Okay.
For your Cascade.
And that City of Brass that he gives me is also fairly expensive. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's the Junior Series promo.
I will cut that.
There's that Violent Outburst we talked about. Cutting that 1 card, karate chopping it.
These are definitely rhinos.
Yes. Violent outburst results.
Dan going to figure out some math blocks here.
With this.
Notably, Violent Outburst did resolve, so all Dan's creatures get +1/+5 here.
They come back and they play tapped, right?
Yes.
Okay. I blocked the 3 price amalgams.
Yep.
I'll take 1 from our creature. Go 5.
You're at 5. And
These
trade. No, this is a 5. Oh yeah, yes.
This is 3rd high.
Almost forgot.
Right, Dan takes 8 points of damage here, down to 5. Connor going to bring back the Ox once again.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Discards my hand. Just gonna do that.
Will discard his hand. We'll be dredging 15.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2,
10 cards deep. Does not find the Creeping Chills. Holy cow.
get a creeping chill.
Found a Creeping Chill. Okay.
Fine.
And an Archamiba.
You're at 15.
These are 2 more still in the bottom of that deck.
Let's go back.
Connor goes to 15, Dan goes to 2. Dan, I think he's going to fetch down to 1.
15.
Though, I mean, it's the same life total difference, if we're being honest with each other. The Silver Smoke Ghouls will come in at the end of the turn.
And then 3 prize amalgams.
That will trigger prize Malcolm to come back at the end of the next turn, if I remember correctly.
Card, said we gain 3 of my life, return it tapped. Okay.
Oh, the ox is there. They're coming. Yeah, they're coming immediately.
Okay.
Duel. Connor, just cleaning his graveyard up for us. I both appreciate and also dislike the graveyard in front thing. It's really helpful for when we're doing commentary because I can actually see what's in the graveyard. But I don't know, something unsettling about it. Again, really helpful, so appreciate you, Connor. But there's something about it, you know? Something about it. Alright, Dane has 16 points of damage on the board. What he really needs to do is just figure out how to get rid of... Oh, he has a fire and ice. Ice is down the ox. Draws a card.
Violent outburst. Yep.
I cast Violent Outburst here. Gives everything +1/+0. Found a crashing football again. Dan has not had to reveal that many cards. Whenever you cast a Cascade spell.
There are 4.
We have 4 rhinos that can attack, 4 rhinos that cannot attack,
2 that are summoning sick.
2 rhinos.
Violent.
I don't know how math works.
For the combat,
Attacking in for 20 points of damage here.
it would be. Yep.
And that'll be game 1 going to Dan. Coming back, fighting through a life total of 1. Connor did get a little unfortunate. You can see in the bottom 4 cards of his deck is 2 copies of Creeping Shield. That is absurdly low luck for him.
Gemstone Caverns in the
Ooh, pre-game effect of a Gemstone Caverns here for Dan. We'll exile a Violent Outburst. Gemstone will have a luck counter on it. It's funny because both of these decks play Gemstone Caverns for this exact reason. Just to be a little bit faster on the draw against your opponent.
Suspend Crashing Footfalls.
Going to suspend a Crashing Footfalls here.
Pass turn.
Interestingly, didn't. I wonder if he drew that for turn. 'Cause I feel like. I wonder if it's better to exile the Footfalls to the Gemstone Caverns or the Violent Outburst.
Are you interested in the talent?
Maybe he's on a land light hand.
Gemstone Cavern?
I am not.
Maybe he only has 2 lands. Because I could see the argument there.
Not usually.
If you're afraid that you won't draw the 3rd land, then the Outburst just rots in your hand.
I think that comes
While the Footfalls eventually will be
I'm used to
cast to
playing
make
with cards
rhinos.
where, like, they don't come out in foil.
Yeah. I feel like
Dan's hand also could just be like land 3 Cascaders. So
I definitely get it. It makes it difficult.
get value out of the 4th Crashing Footfalls in some way.
Well,
I know it's not, but I swear to God I thought that Dark Blast was an Ensnaring Bridge for a second, and I was so concerned. I was like, why is that card in your deck?
for the 18.
Mana Confluence. Paying a life here. Paying a 2nd life. Cathartic Reunion. We'll discard 2 cards.
You have 3 cards in your wall.
2.
We can see Narcomoeba will get milled here, a Creeping Chill, and Price Amalgams.
Crashing Footfalls. Target.
That's sufficiently shuffled for you?
There we go.
You can go.
Alright, okay.
Yep.
Oh, endurance. I was like, where did the board go? I looked away to check my work Discord for a hot second. And it all disappeared.
Best turn.
Endurance in response to the creeping shield trigger. Pretty good. It's a City of Brass.
Take 2.
Stinkweed Imp coming out here.
16.
16.
We've all had that moment. If you ever play Dredge, you know,
No responses.
you've been there. You've cast a Stinkweed Imp, and you don't feel great about it. You're like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. That's all I can do. Footfalls goes down to 2.
Misty. Fetch.
We'll fetch you. Has the 3rd land. Does he have the Cascade spell?
Shock.
Okay. 16.
Shocks at the steam vents. It's always dangerous. I feel like it's always dangerous shocking against Dredge when they play 4 copies of Lightning Heroes in their deck that they can cast for free. However, Dan will be able to put some rhinos on the board here. This time we actually get to see cards in Dan's deck. Would you look at that, folks? It does look pretty traditional. Nothing too weird has come up yet.
They're in there somewhere.
Hopefully.
I mean,
You have to love pausing. I love the fact that nothing is in the deck. And there's a touch to Spirit Realm. There is the Crouching Footfalls.
Welcome to like
Allows Connor to look through the piles.
Okay. I know that card. I just don't know that art. Okay.
Cascade Gaming.
What?
It's a weird art.
Seems like an F&M promo or something like that. Cast.
Yep.
Got some rhinos. We're going to shame Dan a little bit for not having 2 rhino tokens.
Most of the day.
Because we've got a rhino to
I will
beast.
pass turn.
On your upkeep, on my upkeep, I will Dark Blast the Sharpest Agent.
Into Dark Blast.
Draw.
Okay.
The Charlotte's Agent.
You
Put
don't
Dredge
wanna draw
3.
them anyway.
Attempt to rebuild a graveyard here.
Take 1, Dark Blast the Charlotte's.
Going to Dark Blast it again.
Go to 15.
Killed it. And also puts a Dredger in the yard for the beginning of the turn. However, let's be real here. The Stinkweed Imp is probably going to die. Dan is probably going to shove for 8 damage here, and that Imp is going to jump in front.
Yep.
Check for 4. 8.
There's the 8. There's the block. We put the non. We take away the
11 to
not actual rhino token.
I'll pass turn.
Still in second.
I was going to fetch here, going down to 10 life.
A little risky, but
Is he shocking him? Ooh, goes down 8. Bold choices. Bold choices. What if Dan has a Violent Outburst with him? What if he end steps Cascades?
I'm gonna cast the Warbler Light Gaze from my graveyard on your second. Take 1 more, going to 7.
Going to Otherworldly Gazer.
This resolve.
Got down to 7.
Good.
One half of the way. Of
Drops
getting the
a
green land of
double prized amalgam. I think it's Cathartic Arena into the yard.
In your upkeep, I'll cast Endurance.
Going to Upkeep Endurance. There's another Mana Confluence.
Take 3.
Plays Axe of Agonis. Will take 3 damage down to 4. Up cool. Discard. Discard a Silver Smoke. We'll draw 3 cards.
goes to 0. Or cast it.
Rhinos will come off of suspend.
Draw.
Yep.
See an Omnath and Dan's hand. I can't see what the other card is.
Yep.
We're going to jam for damage here. Those Rhinos cannot attack.
Can actually attack this turn.
Coming in for 7 points of damage.
Take 3.
Going to take 3.
You go 4.
Yeah.
Is it? Ox a 5-2?
Go ahead.
Or a 3-2? Does it trample just kill the Ox?
A little too late for that one.
How thick is the Ox?
3.
Ox is a 4-2. Oh. No, yeah. 2 points of damage would have trampled over. That would be the game.
Discard my hand.
The game is over. Am I losing my mind? Did they not have the right life
It was
totals?
7, and then he took 3. And then he took 3, so now he's at 1.
Also, casting this Ox kills Connor. I think there's a little bit of a miscommunication by the players about the life totals. 'Cause Connor's definitely dead.
Wait. Oh.
I think they're going to do a little math here, a little backtracking about the life totals and how everything's
yeah, yeah.
scored out.
I did as
You were
well.
at 1 going in.
Yeah, so I actually killed myself casting this. Alright, big game fan.
That'll be game 2 going to Dan, folks. Thank you for watching and have a great rest of your day.
I think I was like, well, I got nothing else I can do other than jam.
Thank you for